Yeah, good evening. So
Good evening.
I have started recording. Now let's get back to our original worksheet. From there we will start again doing the jobs. Fine. Now why do we need we are going to discuss pivot table today. I mean, we may discuss today also, in the next session also, in all probabilities. That is what we will be doing. Now what I want to know is, what is meant by a pivot table? And what is the meaning of pivot? So these two things we will first see, then we will get on to the pivot table. Yeah, can somebody respond, please?
So it will give the summarized data for management, sir. So summarized. So if so many customers in the one sheet, so we cannot
Okay.
count those things. So we can count here that transaction also we can sum.
Okay, fine. Agreed. But the same thing we can do in regular sheet also. No, what is the speciality about a pivot table?
So we cannot go through the all entire sheet, sir. So we can have the summarized. See, summarized statement matrix only we can have using a pivot.
Okay, in this case, where do we want the pivot table? You remember? I think you are there, Samir, right from day one, if I am not mistaken.
No, I'm not in the first. I missed a couple of classes, sir. Initially, 3 classes.
But I think you must have gone through the this one YouTube videos. See, you remember? I have put a red box now.
Yeah.
So people who have been attending this right from day one, can somebody explain to me what is going to be in this red box now?
Get the pivot table. Probably you'll get the pivot table there.
No, sir. What is supposed to come in these two places? That is what I want to. If you go through my invite, a flyer, I had given two pictures in it. One is a what do you call a speedometer sort of thing. Another is a dashboard. Here we are supposed to get the graphs of what is happening for this customer, and here we will be getting the months. So if you click any one month, the graphs will change. That is what we want to do at the end. You remember this?
Yeah.
So to get this data, we can only achieve it through a pivot table. Now we will find out how to do this through a pivot table.
Alt DPV. Alt DPV.
Yeah, all those things we can do. Now, can somebody help me in a pivot table? This is where I want to, on order information only, I want to create the pivot table, because it has got the customer name, it has got the order date, it has got the shipped date, shipped via, order month, order amount, everything is available. Now we want to create a pivot table. How do we create a pivot table? We can.
So you select the range first.
Select the range.
Sir, we need not even select the range. You select any particular cell in that range. We need not select the range, and we go to insert, and then we go to pivot. Immediately Excel selects the whole range, because it has understood the data is from $A, $1 to $J, $821. So we need not select. That is the first information that you people should have, because we have been traditionally taught that you select the range and go for the table. Excel automatically selects. You want to change only, you have to go and change it, because you have got the option of changing if you want. But we want the full table right from the date. And we don't want it on the same table, the same worksheet. Acha. Please remember one more thing. This order info, whatever we are calling, this particular place in Excel parlance, they are called tab. We normally call it as sheet, because when he is doing, he calls it a sheet. But please remember, in case I talk about tab, that means it is a sheet also, because book and tab. Book is the total workbook, and tabs are the individual sheets. Now, where do you want this table, a pivot table, we will put it in a new worksheet. Well, let us not put it in the new existing worksheet because it will be confusing. So we go and click OK. Now I got a new sheet. I have got sheet number 4. I have already got. Okay. Now I got something here, and I got the pivot table fields here. You can just have a look at it. All these pivot table sheets are available here. Look at this place and this place. So this is where I'm going to get some output, and this is the place where I'm going to have the fields now. Now, let me go, and please remember, it has got filters, it has got columns, and it has got rows, and it has got values. It is a 4 matrix pivot table we will get always. So whatever you want, the totals, you'll have to put it in the rows and you'll have to put in the values. Now let me shift this one slightly up. Now what do I want? What is the dashboard I want? Finally, I want it in the year-wise orders and also later on month-wise for a particular customer.
Yeah.
So let me go to the pivot table. So what we can do is we can rename the pivot table as for our this one yearly orders PT. PT means pivot table. So that no, we remember this pivot table is going to tell this one. Now, the moment you click outside, please notice the fields vanish. The moment I click inside the table area, the report area, the fields appear. Outside, it gets hidden. Inside, it comes in. Now, what I want in the rows all the years, first of all. So I will now go to order date. So now I got all the order dates now. 1996, 1997, 1998. Now if I do this, then it will give me the quarter 1, quarter 2, and 97 all quarters may order sales would have been there. 98 only quarter 1, quarter 2. So it automatically puts it. If you want to achieve it by ordinary subtotals and all, it is going to be really difficult. So whereas here it becomes easy for us to work. Now I have put the dates here. Now what do I want? I want the order amount total, isn't it? That is what my job. So I go to order amount and I got sum of order amount. So this is my total orders of all the rows available in the order info table. 64,942.69. Suppose I want some details in it. Suppose I want some of the things. So we can go under, if you want, we can go under value field settings and then number format. I can go and take it as a currency. If you want, it is a symbol as Indian rupee. I'll make it as Indian rupee. And then I will leave out. So it can come with the currency, with punctuation marks and all. So that is up to you, whether you want or you don't want. I just shown you. If you go and right click at this field, then it has got field settings. If you want to remove the field, you can remove. Move to column label, row label, all these things we will see at a later point. Now the things are gone. I again go and click here. I got. Now the issue is, it has given me all the order amount of all customers, but I don't want all customers. So I want only for a particular customer only I want. So where I will have to filter? I will have to filter on customer name, and then I will bring it into the customer. Just watch the B1. I will, before I go, 1 second. So what I request all of you to have a look at this. Sorry. So you must look at this area, what is going to happen. right? Now I go click here. I come to customer name. I take this customer name and then I bring it into the filter. Now what has happened here now? I got a filter now automatically. Have you noticed?
Yes.
In B1. Now I click. I want around the horn and then okay, it gives me only around the horn. 471.95. Let's go back and see whether that is correct or not. Around the horn. Now there are 13 counts. Let me go and take all the orders. The value is 471.95. My pivot table gives me 471.95. Is that clear?
Yeah.
So far? Should I have to go back and repeat all these steps or I can proceed, please?
It's okay. I think.
Proceed, sir, please.
You can proceed. So what all we did?
Proceed, sir.
Yeah, we created a pivot table from order info. We created a pivot table in a new sheet. We renamed the sheet as yearly orders PT. PT means pivot table. Then we took on the rows the years. Automatically it will come. The years, quarter, month, and all used to come. If I had clicked, it would have given me the month. Then I wanted the order amount, so I had come to order amount. Then it gave me all orders. I want in the chart, in the customer dashboard only for a particular customer. So I will not have a filter now. I have done the filter. Now
One doubt,
pardon me, sir.
one doubt. Should we leave the first, the two rows blank so that because usually in the pivot table it starts from A1.
We can, so that all depends, because in the back of the mind, I know that I am going to use that. So I shifted it. So when you are going to do, if you are going to filter on the pivot table, then leave some 2 or 3 rows at the top, depending upon what is going to be your filter. Suppose you are going to have 2-3 filters now.
Okay, yeah.
You can have 2-3 filters also, within the filter we normally do. So if you want to do that also. So we can leave 1 or 2 rows depending upon your requirement, your future requirement. I just left 2 rows only for that. That's a good question, sir. You will have to take care of this when you do a pivot table. Okay. Any other questions, sir?
No, if you don't do that, will the filter appear down below?
I have not tested, sir, so I am not able to answer that question. Maybe.
Sir, I think it automatically inserts the row, I think. Only thing is,
It may, because I have not keenly observed that way, because I have been since I know how it works, so I normally take care of that. Okay, it must be automatically inserting. We can see at our free time, that also we can see, there is no issue. Now, we have got this one, and we have got for a particular customer, yes, I am able to get, let's say, Bolido. When I say click, then Bolido details come. All these things have come. And if you had seen the column width automatically adjusted for this particular customer. Right. Now I have got for a particular customer based on this pivot table. If I wanted to achieve this without pivot table, I think it will be really, really difficult. I think all of you know that. It may not be that easy to do this. So what all we did now? We created a pivot table. Then from the order info, we did on the rows, we took the years. On the value, we took the sum, order, amount, all those things. Then we also put a filter. Now this is one part of the story. Now what do I want really? I want a chart to be appearing apart from this. This is the place where I want the chart to come finally. This is my requirement. So I will have to prepare a chart now. So how do I prepare a chart? Can somebody help me, please?
Alt F4, I think so.
Pardon me?
Alt F4 will give the graph.
Alt F4. Okay, sir, we will do that. But let us, before shortcut and all, let's come to, with the moment when you click, what all comes here? You had file, home, insert, draw, page layout, formula, web view, developer, help. Now we have got two things. One is called pivot table analyzer. Another is called a design. This design you had seen long back when we did a format as table. If you remember, we saw this design. Now we come to pivot table analyze. We want a chart. So we simply go and click this chart. Let's not get into too many charts. This is a simple chart. Let us take this chart now and then click OK. Right? I will resize this chart for the time being and then take this chart to this place. Is that clear? The chart is visible now for all of you?
Yes, sir.
Now this chart has got
Can
something.
you go
Pardon me,
over
sir?
once again? Can you go over once again?
You want me to again recreate? I'll do that. One second. Sir, what we wanted to do is we wanted a chart now to be prepared. That is our ultimate objective if you have really looked at it.
Yeah.
So what we will do, we click somewhere here and all the pivot table fields and all will automatically appear. Sir, please remember we have got menus, file, home, insert, draw, all those things. Since I created a pivot table, I got a pivot table analyze menu had now got added. So this has got so many things, pivot table, active field, insert, slicer. We will not worry about all these things for the time being because we are started slowly. So we go to now, this is the place where we want to do something. This is the place. Are you able to see this place, sir?
Yeah.
It works. It's called pivot chart. So we go and click on this pivot chart. We get lot many charts. Now our project is for column chart. If you want bar chart, it will come like this. Pie chart, it will come because we thought we will do this column chart. So I am just taking one example. As you do your own examples, your own actuals, we can create n number of charts. Now I close it. The chart is made. And the chart is slightly bigger, so I resize it. So the chart can be resized. I think all these things you people know it already. So let me not get into that aspect. Now the chart is there, but we have too many things which are not needed, like customer name, because in my dashboard the customer name is going to come. Sum of order amount, I don't want. Years, quarters, order date, everything is going to be there somewhere. So I don't want all these fields. So what I will do is I take any field, sum of order, right click, then I hide all field buttons on chart. That is what I will now do. What I will do, I will take this, hide all field buttons on chart. This is what I'm going to do. So I will again redo it. Right click, hide all field buttons on the chart. Everything is gone. Now the chart looks decent. But we also know there is a total already written here. If you have seen, this total is one time the total has come. Now the second time the total is coming. We don't want the same repetition. So let's do one thing. We click here. You can do it two ways. You can double click and then you can see, or you can simply remove it with a del. So total has also gone. Now you got a chart clearly. So this chart, if you really look at it, I go here and change around the horn, and then I click. Now the chart will change according to whatever is the value of around the horn. So I go and take it for the first customer, and then the chart changes for the first customer. So the chart automatically changes, the total automatically changes, everything is happening. So far, so good. Any doubts on this?
Super, sir.
Fine.
Fine. Now,
Heading we have to change there. Heading is showing as total.
so this is the total for that customer, you know. If
Yeah.
you want, you can change. Whatever heading you want to change, we will change. But please remember, in this customer dashboard, we are going to talk about the total here of total sales. The total sales is available figuratively, whereas I'm going to show the total sales. So whatever you want, you can change. There is nothing great about it. Double click, whatever you want, you change. I will now leave it as total only for the time being.
Okay.
Now, please tell me one thing. Where do I want the chart? In this sheet.
So on the dashboard.
Dashboard. So how do I take it to the dashboard now? That is the question. I want this chart not on this sheet, you know, because that is not my objective. I want this graph on the dashboard.
Dashboard.
How do I take it? There must be a way. Can I
move
just
move the chart to that?
pardon me?
Move the chart to that respective dashboard, na?
Yeah, how do we do that? That is what I'm asking.
Right click.
Right click.
Move chart.
Where?
We need to select the here dashboard. Yes.
Customer dashboard. Right?
Sir.
We will do one thing. For the time being, we will get back. I don't know whether it goes back like this. Control Z, it may not go back. Okay, fine. So what we will do, we'll delete here. We'll go back to the yearly order. We again click here, pivot table, flow chart. Okay, make it smaller. Just a revision. Click here, right click, hide all buttons, go here, remove it here, up to this is okay. Clear? There are two ways of doing. One, click within the chart, as he was telling, right click, move and then do. The same thing will be achieved with this. Click here, go to pivot analyzer, then move chart, move pivot table, pivot chart, all those things. So we will be able to, suppose you click here and then you go to pivot analysis. Now you will have move chart button here. So you move chart here. Two ways of doing it. One is a right click and this one, customer dashboard. Whichever way, wherever you want it, you go there. We have 4 sheets now. Customer info, yearly orders, pivot table, order info, customer dashboard, new sheet. We take to the customer dashboard. We just click. Now I have got this, but unfortunately what is happening, it is now overshadowing whatever I have already written. So whatever I have already written there. So what we will do, we will slightly shift it out and make it slightly smaller so that it doesn't hit any of those things. I mean, this is a simple way of trying to make it more presentable. Okay. Is that clear now? Now the chart, suppose around the horn, but please remember one thing, this chart belongs to whom now? Does it belong to around the horn? Or this belongs to whom? Let us have a look at it. This belongs to Alfred. Please remember, this belongs to Alfred. Whereas in the customer dashboard, we are in around the horn. So if you want around the horn and the chart also around the horn, I will have to go to this, go to the filter, I will have to check around the horn, then I click. Now my chart has become around the horn chart. See, please remember, just because I created a chart here at this point for some customer and then I have moved to my dashboard, the chart will not automatically change if my customer changes on this dashboard. It is not going to be that magical. So for the time being, we have made it as around the horn, and here also we have brought around the horn. So this is up to this we have now done. So we have made a we will get back. We had an order info. We clicked somewhere. We created a pivot table.
Pivot table.
1 second. We went to the pivot table and then we did all those things. And then some the fields are not available. So you go there and then you want the fields. So you click your field list. All field list will come here. Right. So this is how we have been doing. Now we click here. The field list has come. We made a chart. We did some design changes in the chart. Aesthetics we added. Moved the chart to the customer dashboard. And up to this we are done. But what is not happening is when I change the customer name here, chart is not changing, which is going to be our next step. So what I want to ask you people is, up to this, do we have any doubts? Can we be able to do on our own? So what I will do, I am stopping the screen sharing now. So I request some of you to try this before we proceed on the next topic, which is going to be automating the chart automatically getting changed along according to the customer. We will have to, you remember, we had a visual basic small codes we have written. So we are going to do the same magic on this, and then we are going to achieve what we wanted to do. Right? So at this point, any doubts, I will stop my recording and then somebody can take over. Thank you, Selvaraj sir. That thumbs up was real motivation for me. Thank you very much. Yes, I am now stopping the recording. I request one of you to volunteer and share your screen and do whatever we have done so far.